Good morning, everyone. Now, the streets are busy with people carrying flowers, and if you've been wondering about these flowers and what they're for, today is another special day here in Korea called Parents' Day. Now, there are also new kinds of flowers that people prefer to buy rather to fresh flowers, and it's called soap flowers, which are made obviously from soap. Now, whereas fresh flowers only last for a few days, soap flowers can last for a long time. So now it's a trend to buy soap flowers instead of real flowers. Either way, we hope you guys can, bring one of these to your parents to make them happy, and be sure to tell them how much you appreciate them and love them. And right now, many people are feeling grief for those who lost their families and can't celebrate Parents' Day. So while celebrating during your evening meal with your parents and family, please do not forget to pray for those who cannot celebrate. Now we're going to start our show with the first song. This is Khalees with Rumble. That was Rumble by Khalees. And right now you guys are tuned into What's Poppin' with your boy Brian Ju on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now a few things I want to remind you guys. If you want to send us an email, which we love to get from you guys, of course, the email address is efmpoppin@gmail.com. And make sure if you have any questions or messages to send us these messages, because we'd love to interact with the listeners. Also about our playlist, you want to come check it out? Then come to our website, which is tbsefm.soul.kr/efm/what's-poppin'. And if you haven't already, spread the news, follow us on Twitter, and send us tweets as much as you want at TBS What's Poppin'. But for now, a word from our sponsors. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for today's pick. And you guys know by now, we choose an occasion to find out what would go perfectly for it. Now, today's scene is opposites attract or opposite attraction. Now, once we talked about having chemistry in today's picks, but today we'd like to talk about how we can be attracted to someone who's totally different and opposite from us. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys like to believe that effortless relationships exist, whether it be happily ever after marriages or friendships that last forever, or maybe in bonds between parent and children. And we often tend to think more similarities we have than more conflicts, or the few conflicts we have, However, the old concept and expression opposites attract has been around for centuries. And in fact, it's very true when it comes to relationships. We're naturally attracted to individuals who are different from ourselves and therefore somewhat exciting. But it's not just exciting differences which attract us to our opposites. It's also a natural quest for completion. Now, also, having differences doesn't mean you're not compatible. Maybe you have different hobbies, but maybe your personalities are similar to some sort. To each other, of course, or you have the same hobbies, but maybe you have a different lifestyle or values or beliefs. So let us know on Twitter about your experiences when you became good friends or maybe even lovers in a relationship, even though you guys were totally opposite of each other or had nothing in common. Now, the song that we brought to you guys here is about two people sing it. And it's totally different people, of course, on opposite sides of the map. Now, one artist is from Australia and the other one is from the UK. And I think they sound amazing together. So you guys can be the judge of it. This is Daniel Merriweather featuring Adele with Water and a Flame. That was Daniel Merriweather singing with, of course, the talented Adele. The song was called Water and a Flame. Now, Daniel Merriweather is an Australian R&B singer, recording artist, of course, and debuted back in 2009, releasing the Love and War album, and it entered the UK album charts at number 2. Now, the song we heard, Water and a Flame, is from his debut album, and this album also has hit songs like Change and Red, which made it to the UK singles charts as well. Now, moving on to the next artist, we have a young American hip-hop singer from New Orleans. Now, his name is August Alsina. Now, he lost his family members when he was just a teenager and became more committed to his music ever since and relocated to Atlanta in 2011. Now, he's a 21-year-old singer, of course, and with his new album out, he just released a 3-part documentary series titled My Testimony. Now, the under 2-minute short that gives a glimpse into his life growing up in New Orleans and his tours and the behind story of making his first album is a very interesting documentary. So we urge you guys to go check it out. And his debut album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 by selling over 63,000 copies during the last week of April. However, Frozen was a leading album sales, of course, with the chart with selling over, 260,000 copies. I don't know why it's selling so well. That's why I'm sick and tired of this song. So we're not going to play that song. We're going to play August Alsina featuring Fabulous with Get Your Money. Yeah, that was August Alsina featuring my man Fabulous with Get Your Money. Now, of course, we've mentioned a lot about the Billboard chart often in the past shows, and you might be wondering the differences between the Billboard 200 and the 100. Now, the difference is the top 100 is the single chart, and the top 200 is the album chart. So there you go. You learned just something. And like I said, every day is a school day. Now, in Korea back in the day, Korean artists only released an album with at least about 8 to 12 tracks on them. But these days, many new artists are releasing single albums just like the Western world. Now, moving on to the next artist, we have a very, Billboard dominating artist, of course. Now, we're talking about Mr. Jay Dilla. Now, Jay Dilla is an American record producer and rapper, and he goes by many names, of course, but of course we know him as Jay Dilla or JD. However, he worked with big names just like De La Soul, which is one of my favorite groups growing up. Erykah Badu, The Roots, of course, Erykah Badu and The Roots worked together. Common, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, very sad news for all you Jay Dilla fans out there if you don't know about this, but of course, Jay Dilla passed away back in 2006 at a very young age of blood disease. Now, he learned his musical knowledge from his parents, back from his mother, who is a former opera singer, and his father, who is a jazz bassist. And he developed his absolute pitch or perfect pitch when he was only a baby. Now, having a perfect pitch is actually really hard to do. Not all singers have perfect pitch. I'll probably say 80% don't have perfect pitch. We're only human. Now, if you're not familiar with absolute perfect pitch, it's a rare auditory ability where a person can identify or recreate a given musical note without any reference tone. Now, most of us have, relative pitch, especially vocalists and musicians and people who play instruments. But going back to Mr. Artist Jay Dilla, he started to collect vinyl records at the age of 2. Yes, not a lot of people at the age of 2 are probably be like, where's my milk bottle? Where's my pacifier? But this dude was collecting vinyls at the age of 2. Now, even though he was mostly a producer, he also released his solo album. And the song that we're going to play for you today is from his second solo album called The Shining. Now, you guys might get mixed up because The Shining is also a Stephen King movie. So we can't play no horror movie films or soundtracks here, because then if you did that, y'all would change the dial, and then of course, what's the point? We're here to entertain y'all, not scare y'all. Now, The Shining was released back in 2006, and the song that we have set up for you guys is a lovely song, and it's not just by himself. He has a featuring artist by the name of Pharaoh Monarch, and the song is called Love. And I recommend this song a lot because it's just love, and we need a lot of love in our lives. And today we're talking about having differences. And now, if you have differences, it's hard to actually communicate if there's no love between two people. And actually, the funny thing is about, opposites attract. I'm always attracted to people. I always thought the same as me, but it's true. You end up loving and falling in love with people opposite, and it happens majority of the time. You don't want somebody who's a neat freak just like you. Anyways, we're going to get into the song right now. Jay Dilla featuring Pharaoh Monch with Love, Love. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. Now, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs, apples and oranges, get ready, because shortly we're going to have Mr. Rapper Johnny Flow up in the studio to give us some, hip-hop tracks and some knowledge on some hip-hop tracks. If you want to find out about those, stay tuned. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for Check the Rhyme with Johnny Flow.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is it a good morning?
It's
for you. Has it been okay?
It's been okay. I woke up pretty early today, and I went to the bank.
Okay, so you actually went to sleep last night. Because I know at the beginning of the seasons.
Okay, I'll be honest. I woke up at 8 p.m. yesterday.
So that's how early you woke up?
Yeah, I woke up really I woke up so early. I woke up yesterday.
And then you're going to go back to bed what time? Like at 2 in the afternoon?
I think I'm going to take a nap for an hour or two and then start.
That's the worst though sometimes. You ever do that? You're like, I'm just going to take a nap, but you end up sleeping for like 4 hours.
I'll probably do that, but then I have plans
set your alarm.
today. So.
Yeah, set your alarm, dude.
But I'm on a diet, so
I do know that.
Sleeping pattern
is all weird.
Really messes you up because I don't know when to eat or like how much to eat.
Eat when you're hungry, but don't eat too much. Eat just until you're satisfied, but not too full. That's always tell people. Because if you eat when you're too full, you already went over the limit and you're just going to gain fat because all the carbs and all the fat that you're taking into your system, you're not moving around much. So keep that in mind.
Yes.
But I mean, for all you viewers or listeners out there, this is not a TV show, so you can't see Johnny, but the Johnny I remember seeing like a season and a half ago was a little bit on the larger scale.
Yes.
But today he actually looks thin.
Yeah, not thin. Closer to
the norm.
People.
Yes. But you can't really say norm because nowadays what is really normal? There's not much normalness going on. But we're not talking about dieting, y'all. I know you guys are freaking out. Like, yeah, the summer's coming up. I need to go on a diet. So we're not here to stress you out about diets. We're here to give you knowledge on some hip-hop tracks.
Yes.
And the first artist we have is...
Iggy. I brought some Iggy today.
All right, Iggy Azalea.
Yes.
Alrighty. A young artist, of course.
Yes. She's born in 1990, so that makes her 24 this year. Not yet. Her birthday's in June. And she's actually from Australia.
Okay.
And she was a model. And I guess there's a lot of rare or uncommon factors about her. First of all, you don't see a lot of female rappers these days.
No, you don't.
And you don't see an Australian rapper active in America. And you don't see, I guess, like a Caucasian rapper, Caucasian female rapper in the scene.
With an accent, too. Because I bet you when she raps, you can't hear it, but when she talks, like, hello, I'm from Australia.
You could actually hear it in the rap, too.
Raps? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little unfamiliar with her style, but then I'm getting used to it. I mean, this song right now is number 1 on charts.
What song is this?
It's called Fancy, featuring Charlie XCX.
Is Charlie XCX also Australian artist or something? Because I never heard of him.
Oh, no. Charlie XCX is from England.
Is it XCX or is that supposed to be a number?
It probably may be number, but... I mean, I read things.
What is really going on this week? Everybody has been tuning out or just going crazy.
I don't know Charlie personally.
You and Joe are going weird because, you know why? Because the long weekend. That's why.
I am a little, maybe. But, like, how do I know the name if I never heard it?
Well, an X in the Roman number system is a 10. I don't know what the C is.
100,000?
Maybe it's Charlie the 1200th or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know the number system. But, man, get your information right.
So Iggy and Charlie have a song called Fancy. It's from her debut album called A New Classic. It's a 3rd single, but I guess it's her first number 1 single.
It came out this year, the album.
It came out 2 months ago. Or 3 months ago now, February.
So it's fairly new.
It's fairly new.
So all you guys who like hip-hop music, let's listen very carefully because I'm not sure if she has an Australian accent when she raps. But this is Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX with Fancy. Dang! That song just made me want to get up and dance.
Yes.
Or like, actually, this is the kind of music we play when we do CrossFit. So I kind of felt like I had to start throwing kettlebells up in here and wall balls and stuff.
Cannibals? What is it?
Obviously, you don't know what a kettlebell is.
Kettlebell? Kettle.
Like kettle corn? But kettlebells. Wall balls?
I know wall balls.
Box jumps?
I know box jumps.
Toes of bar?
Torns of bars? What do you...
Now we know that Johnny had a long weekend because he can't even hear me anymore. Yes, I was naming new rappers coming out soon. That was Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX. Now, while the song was going out, we just got informed that XCX stands for Love, Charlie,
Kiss, Charlie,
Kiss. Charlie,
like,
Kiss.
You know how people do XOX?
Yeah,
like,
for love.
Less love, a hug.
But XCX stands for
how am I
Kiss,
supposed
Charlie,
to know that?
Kiss. So we educated ourselves, and we're educating y'all right now, too, if you guys are driving, because I do not want y'all searching the internet while you're driving behind the wheel. Moving on, we're going to go to the next artist right now.
Yes, and I know how to say his name, Wale.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's not Whale, it's Wale.
I said Whale for like yesterday's show and the show before that.
Really?
Yeah, because he's featuring on a lot of songs lately.
Oh, yeah, it's Wale.
All right. Don't hate me, y'all, because I read things the way they're spelled. And obviously, the way it looks like is Whale. All right?
It's W-A-L-E.
Exactly. Wale.
But it's Wale.
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 So there should be a little accent above the name, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that supposed to be?
I don't think so.
A little point thing? Okay,
No.
Wale.
Just Wale.
Alrighty. So it is Wale. I just learned something too. I've been saying the dude's name wrong. It's Wale, not Whale.
Yes.
Alrighty. And the song is called
Bad.
Bad.
Featuring Tiara Thomas.
Tiara Thomas. Cool.
There's also a remix version with Rihanna on it instead of Tiara. I like that better, but I thought I'd bring the original today.
Okay.
And he's actually not that young. I guess despite the fact that he started his career about 2011.
Okay.
He is 30 this year.
Okay.
And he's from D.C., Washington, D.C. area. And he started his career locally, like a lot of rappers, and then he started gaining a lot of attention and fan base. But he had good record deals and major record deals like Def Jam and Death Row and things like not Death Row. What's that called?
Interscope Records. Okay.
But the albums didn't do well, so his career kept getting pushed back until 2011 when he signed with Maybach, which is Rick Ross's label.
Oh.
And then he started gaining attention there. And I like Wale because of his voice. I don't know about his style. His style could be a little generic, but then I think he has great voice. One of the best voices in rap right now.
Okay. We played some of his songs, but I haven't really tuned into his voice too well, so I got to pay attention to that when the song goes out this time around.
Yes.
Now, this song, Tiara Thomas, is she a new artist? I never heard of her before.
Yes, she's also from Maybach, and she is pretty new. I think she started getting attention around 2012, the end of 2012.
Okay.
And I guess, or actually no, 2013 when the song came out.
All right, now she's not a rapper though. She's a singer,
No,
right?
she's a singer. She's a singer.
Okay, so we got Wale featuring Tiara Thomas.
Yes.
The song's called Bad. So you guys have to listen very carefully and see if Wale is as good as Johnny says he sounds.
Oh, he's fantastic. His voice is, at least.
All right, let's check it out. This is Wale featuring Tiara Thomas with Bad. Oh, is the only sound coming to my mind with that track going on. Especially the end sounds kind of chill, like good song. That was Wale featuring Tiara Thomas with Bad. Anyways, moving on. We're talking about the next artist, which is
Far East Movement.
Far East Movement.
Have you met them in person?
I think I did a long time ago. I'm friends with. The funny thing is, I'm friends with like most of them on Facebook.
Me too.
But I didn't actually do anything with them. Like Kevin, I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, obviously everyone knows about Far East Movement now. They got 2 Korean dudes in the group.
Yes, Progress and Jay Spliff. And Kev Nish is actually Japanese.
That's weird. I'm friends with the Japanese guy.
I mean, he's
Not all
really
of them,
into Korean culture, though. I think.
I love their video though for like a G6.
Oh yeah.
It starts off with drinking soju in Koreatown, stuff like that. It's kind of cool. It kind of educates pop culture to what Korea is about.
Yeah, LA K-Town.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. And the song you brought with you today is
Rocketeer. Featuring Ryan Tedder.
All right, of One Republic. All right, that's funny because when the song was going out, he knew he had to do this song, and he comes up to me, he's like, wait, where's Ryan Tedder from? What group?
And then I wrote it down.
He wrote it down on paper, and he still didn't see that. That's how you know you had a long weekend.
Yes.
And that's how you know you've been dieting too much.
Right.
Now your brain ain't functioning.
I think that happens sometimes.
You gotta feed the brain.
That does happen. I don't know how to feed the brain.
Just eat chicken breast, fish,
Oh, I'm
salad,
sick of chicken breast.
eggs,
I'm sick of eggs, too.
salads.
Don't eat salads.
Then I'm gonna buy you a large pepperoni pizza.
Yes. No. What are you doing? But
Alrighty.
yes,
Far East Movement. Yes.
as we mentioned, they're the Asian American group from LA, and they're actually the first Asian American group to earn #1 hit on the Billboard chart.
Okay,
in the
cool.
US. And I know them personally because I've been in the same scene as them, Asian American music scene for a long time. And for us, or for me, they're like the pioneers who started everything. They started the video blogs and things like that on the internet before anybody else did. And I think a lot of people were inspired by this group.
Okay. And this group consists of, you said the names earlier, but just in case.
Kev Nish.
Okay.
Progress.
All right.
Jay Spliff.
Cool.
And DJ Vermin, who joined the group in 2008.
Oh.
When they started getting airplays in the DJ from the radio, LA, I guess, local radios.
Okay.
I guess he was the main DJ there, and they started getting linked up, and they became a team.
Alrighty. Now, when did they start getting mainstream?
I think around 2008. That's when they started getting heavy airplay in the radios. They've been around since 2003, though, so nobody could say that they didn't put in hard work.
Now, rumor has it they actually tried to come out in Korea a long time ago.
Really?
Before making it in the U.S. And Korea didn't accept their style, of course. Because if you listen to the music, everyone's bumping it nowadays. You know, Like a G6 is on 24/7 when it was hot. Of course, it's on the radios all the time.
Yes.
But I mean, was Like a G6, Fly Like a G6, like the first single that blew up? Is that the first one that everyone knew about?
I think it was the girls on the dance floor when they were on the, I guess, TV show.
Okay.
The dance competition.
All right.
And they used like the Dance Like Michael Jackson, which is one of their songs. And they used Girls on the Dance Floor, which is their first mainstream hit.
Okay. Alrighty, well, we're not going to play that song for you guys right now. We're going to move on to their song that Johnny brought, which is called Rocketeer, featuring Ryan Tedder. Now, this is the second single off their Free Wired album, right after Fly Like a G6. It's a great song, too, so check it out. This is Rocketeer. That was Rocketeer featuring, not featuring, Far East Movement Rocketeer featuring Ryan Tedder. Great song. Ryan Tedder is from
One Republic.
All right, and with that said, we got the last song set up for you guys right now. The last song is by Mr. P. Diddy, of course.
Yes.
And it's called I Need a Girl Part 2. And once again, this is Brian Juan.
Johnny Flow.
Signing off. Peace.